Hey everybody, welcome back. And today I want to answer a common question that I'm getting because lately we're promoting our Linux installations more than ever, seeing that your Windows 10 is having all kinds of virus issues, the security issues are still there, and more people want a way to use the internet, don't want to be hassled, bothered by all these pop-ups, viruses, slow computers, and all that junk. So basically, you've heard me say, if you've been following my videos, is that I don't recommend that you use Windows on the internet at all. And if you do, then definitely don't use Internet Explorer, because that's, the worst operating system with the worst browser. So people then ask me what I recommend, and I talk about setting up a virus-proof computer. And that's the question that I've been getting asked. How can you say that's a virus-proof computer? So let's get into it a little bit. What we do when I say virus-proof computer, I'm talking about Linux. Linux is an operating system just the same as Windows and OS 10, which is what is on a Mac. Widely used, very stable. Probably more than half of all the internet servers are running Linux, far more than are running Windows. So it's definitely more stable. And I say it's virus-proof. While it could get a virus, but you could also be struck by lightning. But the chances are far and few. So what happens is that probably 99.9% of all viruses are written to attack Windows computers. Statistically, probably about 90%, give or take, of all the computers that are on the internet by users are running Windows. Maybe 6 or 7% are running OS 10, or Macs, Apples, and then the other 2 to 3%, different variations, maybe of Linux. So the percentage is very low of Linux machines on the internet. So all the hackers, attackers, ransomware writers, virus writers, all that kind of stuff is written to attack a Windows computer. So it's very simple. If you're not running Windows, you are invisible to all these viruses. Now, when I talk about Linux and installing another operating system, people say or feel that's going to get complicated. Frankly, it's not. Because when we do an installation, you have two operating systems. You keep your Windows. We just add a Linux operating system. You start your computer, you choose Windows if you need a program run by Windows. And most customers that I ask, hey, what program do you need that you exclusively requires Windows? Most can't answer one, but there probably is one or two here or there. But what we want you to do is use the leading browser right now is Chrome. When you open up your Linux computer, you're just going to open up Chrome, and you're going to have, everything looks the same, works the same. That Chrome is running on Linux, which means it can't be attacked, or nothing could actually install on your computer. Even though you go to the same website with the same malicious software, they cannot install on your computer. It's a whole different language. It's quite simple. Sounds complicated, but actually it's quite simple. You have several browsers you can put on your Linux computer. The two primary ones that we're going to have installed right out of off the bat is going to be Chrome. You're leading. If you ask, 9 out of 10, techies are going to tell you to use Chrome, and also Firefox. They're both there, so you could use either one if you have a preference, and they're going to work exactly the same as if you were on Windows, exactly the same if you were on a Mac, or when you've used those probably on your phone as well, and maybe on a tablet. So that is why I'm saying that these are virus-proof computers. Number one, there's no viruses that are being written for them. If there is something that's written for these computers, for Linux computers, it's resolved almost, I'm not going to say immediately, but really fast. There's several reasons for that, and we can get technical into that. But the bottom line is, nobody's writing viruses or malware for your Linux computer. So basically, you want to use the internet, you want to be invisible to viruses, let all those viruses attack all the Windows users, and you just stay, free and clear of it. Surf any website, click any link, open any email. You want to get yourself a Linux computer. Come check us out at PC911.